Live from the Rasta room, it's Friday night. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday Night Live. There's Rhea already coming in to say hi as soon as I start.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with you, Rhea?
Double glasses.
Double glasses? Are them toy glasses?
Yes.
Are them toy sunglasses you pop the things out?
No, they don't come with things.
Oh, really? Where'd you get them?
Jasmine's birthday party is coming up soon, and we are making the goodie bags, so there's a lot of extras.
So those came in the goodie bags?
Yep.
Kind of cool. So you're going double glasses, huh? You're like 2 Chainz, but with 2 glasses?
Yep.
That's awesome. Looks like we've got nobody here yet, but that's okay.
Welcome, nobody.
Welcome, nobody. I'm sure there's people watching this later that are seeing me say that and are like, I'm here. But that's okay. If you are, welcome. Got my drink. It's actually a little bit of vodka, some pineapple coconut vodka with some key lime carbonated water.
And I got a bracelet on top of my glasses.
You're silly. Do you see right here how silly you are, right? You see yourself?
Yes.
You're very silly?
Yep.
Like you can make it move without dropping it?
Yep.
So how did you like the vacation?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I messed up my double glasses. Got it. But yeah, the Trolls excursion was not what we expected, but it was still pretty fun.
Yeah.
I liked the party.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I got to wear a cute headband.
Yeah.
And then when I got up there to go take a picture with Poppy, the girl that was standing next to us said that I was matching her with my headband.
Because you had the Poppy headband in?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So yeah, we had a good time. We had an unforgettable vacation. I wish that I could, at 11 years old, 10 years old, say I've been to 3 other countries besides the United States. I never left the country until my honeymoon. And we got Barry here. He's the first one to pop in on the chat so far. Hey, Barry, vlog from the bog. Everybody, go subscribe to Barry. Vlog from the bog. You should see him. Click on his name over in the super chat there, or whatever you want to call it, a little chat box. Super chat, I guess, is where you just donate money. I don't know why it's called super chat, though, other than it stays up there longer. Is that why? I don't know. But welcome. And Barry's been on here before. He's got an awesome channel. By the way, guys, I am breaking news. I'm sick. I've caught me a cold. I think I caught it on the plane ride home from Florida because of a few of us that got sick. And I started feeling it Monday. I came home Sunday night and I started feeling it Monday. Coming on Tuesday, I was full blown sick, and all week today's been the first day I've really been congested real bad. I was just hurting in the chest and coughing. But today I'm stuffed up. You probably hear in my voice, and I'm just tired, bogged down, no pun intended, to Barry. But yeah, so if I'm coughing and sniffling and sneezing through this, apologize. I'm going to keep this right at an hour, so I'm going to end it at 6 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time, right now, just after 5:04. I'm getting messages at the same time we close that. But yeah, I'm just tired, and I still got another video to edit of our day 5 of our vacation, and it's another day at sea. And so tomorrow's video for day 5 will be a pretty in-depth tour of the ship. I'll try not to send this illness all the way across the pond there, Barry. It is going around. I've been seeing a lot of other people on Facebook that live in my area that were not with us or anything. Just random other people that live around here getting sick and getting the same thing I am. I've been hearing a lot of people, and it's kind of weird to me to be in dead heat. It's been hot here. It's summertime now, and we all got colds. Imagine that. I know it really doesn't have anything to do with it being cold, other than the fact that people are inside a lot and passing it around. But you know, with it being hot, everybody's out and doing. I know I've been out a lot. But yeah, as I was saying, anyway, tomorrow's going to be a in-depth tour of the ship. I actually went through all the neighborhoods. That's what they call them on the ship. It's different neighborhoods. You got the Boardwalk neighborhood and the Central Park. And you've got, what are all the neighborhoods here? Yeah, the pool deck, sports area, promenade, Royal Promenade. Anyway, I didn't get to go through every single restaurant or every single bar because there's like 18 restaurants and 30 bars, something like that, on the ship. So there's no way I was going to hit them all. I was going to forget something, so I didn't really try. Shay says, "Hi, Matt. I'm going to listen while I make supper. Hope you feel better soon." Thank you so much, Shay. And yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and make your dinner. I appreciate you tuning in. My wife is actually, I think she just ran to the store real quick, but she is getting ready to make dinner. I'm probably going to have to heat it up when I'm done with this. I think she's making spaghetti, ain't she?
Yes.
I've seen some spaghetti stuff sitting out in there. I love mommy spaghetti. Yes. So what are you making, Shay? Oh, well, she's probably not able to type. Sorry. I don't want to distract you from your cooking. But yeah, so basically I went through all the neighborhoods on the ship and just showed off basically the buying power of the ship, the reason why you want to go, the things that are really neat that you should probably see. Because there's a lot that, you know, you can get bored going through all those restaurants and all those bars. They're everywhere. And I knew I was going to miss some anyway, so I didn't even try to get them all. A lot of them, most of them, I skimmed by and just showed the outside of. And any of the really good ones, I kind of peeked in. But mostly, I just showed the areas because it's huge. I mean, the ship we were on has around 6,400 passengers each week. It always does a 7-day cruise. Basically, it does a 7-day cruise on the Western Caribbean, like we did, where it stops in Haiti, Jamaica, and Mexico. And then it does and then the next week it does another 7-day cruise, but on the Eastern Caribbean. And they do like
I think they go to Bahamas.
They go to the Bahamas, and they also go to St. Martin and St. Thomas, I think. Anyway, so it goes back and forth. So the next week it'll go back to the Western. But for each week, it carries 6,400 passengers. That's just the passengers. They've got a couple thousand, I think, crew members. I think over 2,000, 2,200, something like that. Josh is here. He says, "What's up, Matt?" And Barry says, "Spaghetti, nice. I love spaghetti." Sometimes she makes meatballs with it. Sometimes she don't. I don't think we're getting meatballs tonight, though, are we?
Probably not.
Probably not. Not counting on the meatballs. You like meatballs, are you?
Yes.
They're good, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully, I'm sure you guys have all seen today's vlog, which is us in Jamaica, and which is kind of fitting since we're doing Friday Night Live from the Rasta room at the same day as, you know, it worked out. Spock is here, my bro. He says, "Hey, shipmate, what's up? How's the drone?" Did you watch Drone Encounters, by the way, said that, Matt. Matt from Drone Encounters says, "How's the drone?" Did you watch today's vlog? I just got to know before I answer that question. So I'll know where to start. Because I talked about it today in today's vlog. Today's the first time I talked about it on the cruise because they confiscate it. When I get on the ship, they take the, and I knew this was going to happen. I emailed them. They said this would happen. They would take it. And if I had permission to fly in the country that we're in on that day, I would get it back for the day, you know, in the port. Yeah, the camera going crazy. What I found, though, is that happens when you jog the gimbal too much. So if you crash it or you land hard a few times, it could jog it, and it starts doing that. Now, as everybody knows, mine had done that already before. But what it was doing was it would shake like that for a second, and it would stop, and it would do it for a second, and then it would stabilize. He said, "I'm getting hungry now. Are you having garlic bread with it?" I think we are.
Yeah, we are.
We usually do. So yeah, so the I'd already been having problems with it, and I don't know if it's from landing it hard because I never really crashed it. I did hit that tree one time, but I did that after it started doing this already, and it didn't get any worse or better after hitting the tree. So I don't know if that affected it at all. Don't think so. But probably from just landing hard, I guess, or something just getting wore out in there and it's not balancing right. But after, so Thorn Draven says, hello, hello. What's up, Thorn? How are you? But yeah, so the ship, you know, I get on the airplane with the drone, and we seen from the window, and actually my brother's seen, I couldn't really see well from where I was sitting, but they all could see them loading the plane up. And in my video today, by the way, I said TSA, which is like our federal airplane security. It wasn't really them, I don't think. It was the baggage handlers for Southwest Airlines. So I misspoke on today's vlog, by the way. That really was at fault. They just don't care about people's bags. And most people's bags are pretty heavy, big suitcases. That drone is not, as you know, especially with no batteries. I couldn't bring the batteries. You can't bring those LiPo batteries in the hull of a plane. You have to put them in your carry-on and carry them with you because they'd catch fire and something like that, and nobody would know because it's down there with the luggage. So the drone bag only had the drone in it and some propellers. Super, super light. And Matt, you know, because you have the same bag, it's really light bag compared to a suitcase full of clothes and things like that. So as these guys are just launching people's clothes, you know, their suitcases with clothes and things and whatever, their heavy baggage into the plane, they're just throwing everybody's stuff. They don't care. And then they get to my drone. They probably didn't expect it to be that light, and they just launched it. Will you go get the drone case? I think it's in the living room. I want to show you guys what actually happened from them throwing it to the case itself is, yeah, maybe 1 kilogram, he says. Very, very light. Yeah. And so I don't think they were expecting it to be that light, and I think they just grabbed it and launched it, and that thing went flying. And so I get to the, you know, the airport where we land, and I could take the drone with me, but just for a second to get it to the bus that took us to the ship. And once we got to the ship, the driver of the bus unloads everybody's luggage, and it goes straight into the ship. You don't see it again until it comes delivered to your room. But of course, they kept my drone, so it didn't come to my room. Now, the first stop was Haiti, and even though I couldn't really get a hold of Haiti for permission, they ripped my brand new luggage too. Oh, wow. So Spock brought brand new luggage. I remember talking about getting brand new luggage for this trip, and they've ripped it. That's insane. They just don't care. And anyway, so I really didn't see my drone but for a second from the airport to the thing, and it seemed fine. I didn't open it up or nothing. It seemed fine. I knew they'd thrown it, and I was worried, but I didn't have time to check. You know, we're getting right on the bus and going straight to the ship. Excuse me. Anyway, Haiti was our first stop. That was my first attempt to get the drone back to fly in Haiti. I had something I printed out showing that it's legally allowed. By law, I'm allowed to fly a drone there. But that wasn't good enough for them as far as permission. So they contacted the port authority where we were docked at, and like the harbor master or whatever he is, they call him the port authority, that was in charge of the port in Haiti. Basically said, no, you don't want drones near the port. So they would not let me off with the drone in Haiti, and it wasn't a big deal. I had things planned, excursions and stuff, so I wasn't going to have time to keep an eye on it all day anyway. So I didn't even see the drone then. We get to Jamaica, and Jamaica's where I had permission. I had, you know, and like I said in the video, they didn't want to give me the drone even with the permission. They just kept saying, you know, no, we're not, you know, the port authority says no. And I'm like, well, this says yes, you know, and this is from, basically it was what is considered the Jamaican Air Force, which isn't much of an Air Force compared to what we have, but it is the Air Force. It is their aviation agency, whatever. Anyway, it sounds like you have a claim. They may, if they broke it. Yeah. So we have insurance actually. We had my mom paid for it for all of us because she pretty much paid for all this cruise too. And so she went ahead and got us insurance for everybody, and she paid $800 for the insurance. Now, as you know, I have a Phantom 3 Standard. You can get one now. I paid $500 for mine. You get one now for $450. They've gone down a little bit more since then. So $450 compared to the $800 she spent on it, they should cover it. But I'm in the process of trying to get, you know, a claim on it and stuff. They want more stuff. I just had to find the original receipt, which I was able to find. And you know, it's been a couple of years since I bought this. And then we also, well, no, it's been just a year and a half, something like that. But anyway, they also want some proof. We went and what flight we were on or whatever. But anyway, so they give me, after a couple hours of negotiating, getting people's boss, and they getting their boss, and they're getting their boss, and then finally they took my letter that I had with permission down into Jamaica to the Port Authority himself and showed him and said, look, this is what he's got, and you know, it kind of is over your head basically. And he said, you're right, I can't tell him no if he has this. You know, this is from the authority of Jamaica, not just of this port. And so they let me have it. Reluctantly. The guys that were holding it in security, they were happy to let me have it. They wanted me to open it and see it. They were excited about it, but the rule makers on the ship and the Port Authority did not want me to have it. And I get it. There's probably lots of kids that try to bring drones on there and do stupid stuff, but I tried to show them everything I could to show that I was a responsible drone pilot. But anyway, I get to Jamaica, and yeah, like you seen in the video, it would not stabilize whatsoever. Matter of fact, my motors got super hot for me just sitting there trying to get it to do it, turning it off and on, letting it go for a little bit and seeing if it would finally stabilize. And I finally just called it off because the motors were burning up. I mean, I couldn't touch them and it would burn my finger. And so hopefully I didn't make it even worse, because it is possible something you could fix. I'm not. Well, look, I'm missing this somehow. But Laz is here now. He says, "Whoa, someone get faster internet. Live stream is sweet." Yeah, I'm sure my quality's bad. We have crappy internet, but we are actually getting ready to upgrade. Fiber is just not available in my area, so I'm not getting fiber. I want it, but it's just not available. But I can get way faster than I've got, and I hopefully will be very soon. So hang in there. But yeah, anyway, so after getting it back, you'll see in the video Jasmine wearing it, and I didn't notice at the time that one of the straps was ripped and was starting to fall off. And it wasn't until I went to them that the strap just came all the way off. And it's basically the straps that hold on to your back, you know. So this basically ripped all the way off from them grabbing it and throwing. But then one of them was still attached, and I secured it the best I could, and we took it to the airport to come home. And same airlines, obviously, we had a round trip with Southwest, and they abused it again, of course. And when I got it back from the luggage return in Indianapolis here, when I got home, both straps are completely broken. So here's my drone bag. Just ripped the straps completely off. They're just hanging on by the bottoms now, which those will probably be falling off anytime now. I think really. And also, it's this was almost new. You guys remember me getting this not too long ago. Dinged and scratched and scuffed all up from getting thrown around. I mean, I kept this thing in pretty good shape, obviously, because it was new. I didn't want to tear it up, but you know, things do get tore up over time when you're doing videos, as you guys probably know. But this one hadn't got tore up yet, and now it's garbage. Yeah, no, I haven't had the case long. Matt remembers, he helped me cut out some foam and stuff to make my drone fit correctly, because he's got the same case. It wasn't that long ago, but I don't know, what, a month or two?
For your anniversary. Remember?
Yeah,
Mom got
so 2 months ago. But yeah, so hopefully the insurance will cover it. I didn't realize I could make a claim at the airport. I figured they would just tell me go to hell, honestly. And I knew, honestly, I knew taking the drone was a risk. I knew that this could happen, and I knew specifically the airport could destroy my drone. I've heard of it happening with other people, not just with drones, but lots of things. I knew they could lose my luggage and my drone would just be gone. Somebody snatch it up and say, "Oh, your luggage lost," but I wanted a free drone. Obviously, you can tell it's a drone with that case. It has a picture of a drone on the outside of it. I knew there was a chance. And so you know, getting that epic footage, I still never have gotten. You know, I flew a drone in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains. That's the most exotic place I've ever been. And other than that, I've only been places here in my home state of Indiana. Actually, I did some jobs in Ohio and stuff, but not far from here. I've never been to a beach or nothing like that and film some really epic drone footage. And so this was my chance to fly over the sea, back and forth over the sea. And I couldn't do it. It wasn't meant to be. But my insurance company said, you know, they made it sound like I should have already made a claim at the airport, and I may have missed the boat. No pun intended on that. But not a big deal to them. They said as long as I could prove my itinerary, where I was and all that stuff, because I made a claim to them right away, I'm okay. Would be interesting to know how much the airlines are charged for damages. Must be thousands. Who knows? They may get away with the crap. I mean, I know airports do get away with a lot of stuff they shouldn't. I know the TSA, and that's why I said TSA. I automatically want to blame them, because they're the ones that get away with the most crap, like the body scan X-rays that basically take a picture of you naked, and if you refuse it, because you can get cancer from it because it's a huge amount of radiation, you get basically fondled. They start sticking their hands down your pants and deep searching you. It's nuts. Shay says, I'm going to binge watch your vacations video this evening. I've never seen the ocean in person. On my bucket list, I'm making meatloaf and mac and cheese, but spaghetti sounds better. I love meatloaf. My wife, it's as you probably know, it's probably a lot easier to make spaghetti if you're not making it from scratch and stuff. My wife usually buys the jar of stuff, and she'll add meat to it and stuff, but she's not making her own noodles or anything. It's a little easier to make spaghetti. So the meatloaf is like a special deal around here. When she makes meatloaf, it's a big deal. It's like she won something, or she just really loves me that day. I love meatloaf.
And I just asked Mama for getting meatballs, and she said yes.
Ooh, we're getting meatballs?
Yes.
Ooh, fancy, fancy. At least you came back with a tan. Yes, I did. I actually left with a pretty good tan, but it came back a lot darker. I sunblocked a lot while we were gone. I didn't, that's why I was breaking out. You'll see in my videos, I broke out so bad between sweating a lot because it's hot out there and sunblocked. My pores just, I'm still broke out a little bit on my neck and stuff. I'm trying to get rid of it now that I'm back and not having to sunblock myself up every day. But I also have been using Axe body wash, and I think that's not good. I think that's been helping me break out worse. You know what I mean? It's been not helping the situation, at least. I don't know if it's causing it, but I'm gonna stop using that stuff. It smells great, but it ain't worth breaking out all the time. But yeah, Shay, you definitely should go see the ocean. It's something that I even seen it as a kid. Probably 12, 13, I started going to visit my grandma in Florida, and it's cool. But as an adult and really taking in what you're seeing, it's fascinating to me. I could sit and stare at the ocean all day. Just, it's so vast, and you just think about every little wave and every little drop, and how many millions and billions and billions of drops of water are in this giant ocean. My mom actually seen dolphins on the cruise. Just one morning, woke up, went out on her balcony, and there were dolphins out in the ocean hopping around. Yeah, I think she tried to get a picture, but I don't think it came out. They were far away. That game with the balloons on your latest upload, and had a winky face. That was funny. I wanted to play the audio from that. I wanted you to hear, because she explains the rules and what they're actually doing. But there's music playing in the background the whole time, so it's been all copyrighted music. So I had to do it like I did it. Yeah, Shay, you know, especially like what we did on a cruise ship. When you get way out there, you don't have to go on a cruise ship, but just take a boat way out to where you look around and there's no land in sight. That is breathtaking. You just realize how big this thing is, and you can just go for days and never see land. It's insane. And you know, I started thinking about looking down into the water and thinking about how many creatures, you know, there could be a whale right there, or there could be 5,000 whales, you know, from here just to, you know, where my eyes can see. It's insane how big it is and how deep it must go. I know there's parts that we haven't even reached that are so deep. It's fascinating. I love the ocean. I'd live in a place by the ocean. There's DJ Ian. Ian says ocean is beautiful. Yeah, you should know, Ian. Hey, you guys, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm off my game today, guys. Like I said, I'm sick. and I'm just a little out of it. I just took some Robitussin before I started this to try to keep me from coughing so much during the thing. And so I'm sorry if I'm a little loopy. I'd never even invited you guys in and posted the link. So anybody who wants to join in, like I said, we're only going till 6 o'clock. I've got to get another edit done for tomorrow, and I got to get to bed. I need some rest. That'll help me get better. Dead bodies. Yeah. Yeah, Maverick Drone Encounters is bringing up the fact there could be zillions of dead bodies in the ocean. And they're probably getting ate up by fish and sharks and whatever. Are you feeling lovey or something? You rubbing on me?
Because you're sick.
Oh, thank you. She said, because I'm sick, she's going to love on me. As soon as you see a seagull, you're near the islands. Hey, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, if you see seagulls. Sorry, someone just pulled up. I think it's my daughter's friend coming to get her. He's loving the shades. Kevin, thank you so much. I don't know if you've seen it in the video today, but they actually say Jamaica, no problem, and they got beer openers. How awesome is this? Little beer tab openers. I love these. You'll see in, let's see, tomorrow's vlog will be a tour of the ship because we're at sea all day. And then the next day we're in Mexico, and you'll see in that one, I get another new pair of shades in Mexico. But I decided to wear these for this because I just put the vlog out where I got these, so I thought it'd be fun. I like these a lot too. I really do. They're very comfortable. They're durable. They're not like the cheap ones. They look like just the cheapo ones, but they're nicely made. Kevin says, "Cool. Greetings from the UK. Hey, I'm glad you're letting us know because I bet there's going to be a lot of people pop up in the chat box in a minute and going to say, I'm from the UK too. No, I'm just kidding. Ian and let's see, Drone Encounters, DJ Ian, Drone Encounters, Vlog from the Bog. All them guys are from the UK. So you're among your fellow countrymen there, Kevin. I got a lot of friends from over there. Any chance of getting seasick on a ship like that? Yeah, pretty slim chance though. I think most people get it in their head that they're getting seasick and start feeling like, oh, I'm feeling nauseous, and it's in their head. Mainly because they have these stabilizers on the cruise ships like that, the new big ones. You don't feel hardly anything. Every once in a while, we'll hit some rough seas. I know there was a day where we were running behind schedule, and so the ship sped up a little bit for a few hours. Were you rocking and rolling on land? Yeah. But during that little bit of time, you could feel every once in a while. It was more like a, whoa, did you just feel a movement? It's kind of like, you know, I don't know if somebody jumped in your house and you just kind of felt a little bit of a, oh, did you feel the floor shake a little bit? Very, very, very subtle. Most of the time you don't feel that. Most of the time you can't feel anything. How long have you been doing this, and what gave you the idea? Are you talking about live streams, Kevin? You'll feel them when the waves hit at 35 feet plus. Yeah, I'm sure. I've never been on a cruise ship when they've had huge storms. We did get some storms at night, and I did feel the ship a little bit then, especially when you're laying down because you're really still, and you could really start to feel it a little bit. But like I said, it's not enough to make you feel sick, like, oh my God, we're just swaying all over the place or nothing. My wife did take Dramamine motion sickness pills because she worries she's going to get it, so she'll take some in advance. There's Ian. What's up, buddy?
You all right, buddy? Let me just turn this TV down, man.
Yeah.
Just watching Barrett Jackson.
Watching what?
Barrett Jackson, you know the car auction?
Oh, yeah, Barrett Jackson. Yeah, I watch that sometimes. They got some cool cars on there.
Yeah, it's just come on over here. What are we on? Discovery Turbo. So I just seen it and I thought, I'll put it on. We'll check out what's happening.
Yeah.
How was the vacation? Was it all right?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot I didn't film. I mean, I got plenty of footage for days of footage. I mean, I'll probably even put stuff out even after I do like the 7 days of our cruise. There's stuff that I filmed that I'll probably put out later. But there's so much I didn't film. You know what I mean? I didn't even have the cameras out all the time. There was plenty of times where I was like, I just don't feel like dealing with it right now. I just want to hang out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it was every second of it was a blast. It was a blast.
That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Did the other half enjoy herself?
Do what?
Did the other half enjoy herself?
A half?
Yeah, the wife.
Oh, the other half. Yeah. Yeah, she did too. We all did. I think the whole family. I don't think there was anybody that came home disappointed at all. And I think that's what made it so great for all of us is that we had we had the whole family there.
Yeah. So I ended up over in Spain, which you've probably seen again.
Yeah.
It was a bit too warm, man. It's warm. It's the same when we're over there. Kind of couldn't be bothered recording at times just because it was too warm to do anything.
Yeah.
To be honest, and we had the drone out. Well, I said every day that was going to get the drone out, and it pretty much just got to the point where I went, I can't be bothered. It's too warm. It's 38 degrees. Can't be bothered. And then I kind of caught myself one morning to kind of get up and kind of record.
Yeah.
It's what
Hey, so Drone Encounter says, Ian, are you actually in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in the UK and back at home for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And Shay Lee says, hi, Ian.
Hi.
Yeah, it was really warm down there. Actually, in Mexico was probably the hottest day. I didn't really look at the temperatures, but I'm guessing just from the feel of it. And the wife had drank a lot the night before and was not feeling it. She was already not feeling good. And then we get out there and it's so hot. And we probably spent, a couple hours in Mexico before you went, nope, I'm going back to the ship.
Yep.
So her and Jasmine, my other daughter, and my oldest daughter, Dakota, they all went back to the ship. And me and Rhea and a few other family members stayed out the rest of the day. I don't mind the heat too much. Like you, I don't want to film the whole time. I want to put it down and relax, but I don't mind being out in it because it's a cool experience. So it's like, when am I going to come back to Mexico?
Take up the picture.
Yeah, I've got one of my bride and grooms that I'd done the wedding for last week at the Shankly Hotel in Liverpool. And they're actually over in Cancun at the moment. And some of the pictures, man, look to die for.
Yeah.
Really good, man. So it's even making me look like to go to Cancun, to be honest with you. So I think that's going to be our next trip.
Nice. Sure. I'd like to go there sometime.
Yeah, we're always away.
So Vlog from the Bog's getting out of here. He's saying goodbye. Hey, thanks for coming in, Barry. Says night, everyone, and don't forget to leave a like before you leave. Thanks so much, Barry. And don't forget to go subscribe to Vlog from the Bog. He's got an awesome channel. Excuse me.
Can I grab the picture from Mexico?
Yeah, go get it. Me and Rhea got an awesome picture from Mexico after everybody else went back to the ship. Not everybody, but a bunch of people went back to the ship. We kept walking. We found some really cool stuff. Them like Aztec people putting on a show and swinging upside down from the ropes and all that stuff. And then we found this stand that this guy had birds he trained. He said he gets them as babies and he raises them in captivity. And he's got all these different ones. He's got macaws. He's got a golden eagle, which is like their state bird down there. This thing was like 4 foot tall. And he put it on my arm. He made me put the glove on. Here, there's the picture frame got broke when they abused my luggage on the way home. But there's a little sneak peek.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so you got Rhea holding one like a baby, and then me holding one up over her shoulder, and then me holding that giant golden eagle. It was kind of scary. It was kind of scary. When he first put it on there, I was kind of leaning back, and I'm like, are you – because I don't know these people. It's in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. And I'm like, are you sure this is safe? And he goes, yeah. And he grabs the head of the eagle and rubs his head on it. And the eagle just rubs him back. And I'm just like, whoa. Like, these things are really trained. He would give the macaws commands, and they would do it. Like, he had Rhea stick her finger out, and the macaw grabbed it with the beak and hung from her from his beak.
Wow. Pretty trained.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat. He'd give it a little signal and say something in Spanish, and they would lay down or do whatever he said to do.
Yeah, pretty good. It's one place I've always wanted to go, man. It's we keep saying every year we're going to go over, and then we always end up back in Florida or Vegas, or you know what I mean. So it's one place we need to get over to. I don't know. We were looking at going back to Thailand again. I was only in Thailand when I in October, so I don't. I want to go back to Thailand, but I kind of want to try somewhere new. If that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I want to go to somewhere to do experience like that.
Yeah.
Because I like the good old snorkeling and stuff like that. So Mexico's meant to be really good for it, man.
I loved how everything was so cheap there. People were cool. We did get offered drugs a lot. Like the other countries, we didn't really too much, but in Mexico, you just walk around and they're like, we got this, we got that, we got this, whatever you need, painkillers, you know, ice, marijuana, whatever. We got the multa. Everywhere you went, they were trying to sell you drugs.
Yeah, well, that's how the Bahamas was when we were over there at Christmas. They seemed to be like that with us. And when we went down to the beach, there was kind of like everybody was just like selling drugs, and it was like, wow, really? Well, it's part of the experience, man.
I guess. So Fishy Comics said I should have named tonight's episode Senor Frog. We actually didn't even go into Senor Frog. I planned on it. I wanted to. I've got a T-shirt from there my mom got me when she went on a cruise a long time ago, but I never went in. I know that's a party. Two-Star Dog is here. He says, Elvis Presley on Velvet. I don't get it. You got to fill me in. And then he says, just kidding, Big Bird. What? Is that even? You lost me. Looks like you're still on holiday. The drink. Yeah. I'm always on holiday, especially in this room. This is my holiday room. It's where I go when I'm pretending I'm in Jamaica still. That's why I built this room. I do love Jamaica, man. I love the people there. They're so cool. I didn't want to stick cameras in their face because they're such nice people. I don't mind pissing people off sometimes with the camera because it's like, hey, I'll never see you again. I'm making a video, screw you, you know. But when they're so friendly and they want to talk to you and things like that, I feel bad, you know, sticking a camera in their face. I feel like I know them. And so there was a lot of interactions I had with the people in Jamaica that I didn't film and put in the vlog. They're just good people, man. They're very accepting of anybody and everybody, no matter where you're from, who you are. They'll talk to you.
What was it like, Matt, at night time? Was it safe to go out at night time and stuff, or was you back on the boat by that time?
I was back on the boat by that time. In Haiti and Jamaica, we had a fairly short window. I think 7 or 8 hours on the island during the day. In Mexico, we got like 11 hours, but we didn't use it all. It's just too much time to walk around in that heat. But none of it, we got to be there at night. So I don't know. I'd imagine Jamaica is dangerous at night, though. I know the last time we went, this is our second time going. The first time we went, we actually went deep into the island to see Bob Marley's birthplace and where he's buried at and stuff. And they told us there that, you know, especially when you get away from the tourist areas, it can be very dangerous for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. But if you stand out like you got money and you're not from there, you're definitely a target.
Yeah, it's just again, it's a place that we've always wanted to go. The thing what's put us off, me and Carol like to go on little events, like adventures at night time, and check the place out and stuff like that. And they've always said to us, pretty much, you've got to stay in your resort, in your hotel, when you go to Jamaica. But then I've heard people say that it's not as bad as they make out. So I was just quizzing, really.
Yeah, there was a guy that I talked to. I asked him how. I heard there was a bar out. See, when we get into Falmouth, they have a gate around the port, and there's all the shops in there, and they pretty much keep the locals out unless they work in the shops. And you can go outside the gate all you want, but it's so you feel safe if you want to not leave the gated area of the port. You don't have to. You can go shop and stuff and stay in there. But I asked about a place I heard about that was outside of the gate, and a guy told me, one of the locals, he said, you don't really want to go out there. It's not that great out there. And I said, will I get robbed? And he said, no, probably not, but you will get hassled. You will get, you know, people constantly trying to sell you stuff, trying to get money from you. You're gonna get hounded by people because you stand out. So it may not be as bad as people make it out to be. It just may be a pain in the butt, and it may be a little scary if people are surrounding you all the time and you're worried somebody might rob you at any moment, you know?
Yeah. Well, they said this about Thailand. When I went to Thailand back in October, they said that everybody was out to rob it. But you know what, man? It was probably one of the friendliest places I've ever been to. like I said, if you like you've got money, then you kind of do hassle, yeah. But if you just look normal as such and just chill out and don't flash the cash around, you're pretty much as friendly as anybody, and just leave you to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of people said that about Thailand. I absolutely love Thailand. Thailand was absolutely amazing. We didn't really get hassled at all while we were there. At night time, it was like throwing monkeys at us and trying to take pictures with monkeys and stuff like that. But that's part of the experience, I guess, isn't it?
I bet. I've heard that about Thailand. So Shay's getting out of here. She says, gotta go. Enjoy the chat. Have a good weekend, all. Thank you for coming in, Shay. And 2-star clarified. He said, Elvis, the picture from Mexico. I thought it was an oil on velvet masterpiece. Excuse me, in my cold. I get a good laugh in. It makes me cough. But yeah, I always wanted to go to places like Thailand and go further. Now that I've been outside of the country a few times, I'd rather go, I'd like to go to the UK and some of the places farther from me. But I'd be scared to go to Thailand, and mainly because I just don't know that much about it and about the culture and things like that. I'd be nervous, you know what I mean?
It's one of them places, to be honest. It's like everywhere else. It was my first time. I was a bit nervous about going to Thailand, Matt. We got there, and as soon as you get to the airport, it says about the Buddha and having tattoos and stuff like that. It's disrespectful. Prior to me landing in Thailand, I'd only just got that done, which obviously I didn't realise, didn't know. But everybody in Thailand stopped me. Absolutely loved it. It was none of this. It's disrespectful. A lot of Thai people was like really good with me. It was nothing like they made out to be.
Right.
It's pretty much when you go to the temples and go sightseeing and stuff like that. It's common sense. It's respectful. It's their culture. It's their living. You know what I mean? And that's all it was about. That's all it's more bothered about. We went around. It was the king had just passed away, and we went down to the Grand Palace. And it's pretty much some of the Thais would say, no, you can't go in there. And then there was some of the Thais say, no, you can come in. We went in, and all the Thais, because me and Carol was joining in their culture and showing respect to their king, and they were pretty awesome with us. I can't say they wasn't. Probably one of the most friendliest guys I've dealt with in a different country, put it that way.
Wow.
So it's one of them experiences. I reckon if you went over and probably just yourself and the wife, I wouldn't really take the kids. It's not much to do there for kids. It's a lot more adult-wise. I think you'd have a blast. Me and Carol went traveling around. We went to James Bond Island. We went to where the beach were filmed, the movie. We did all the sightseeing, and we absolutely loved it.
Wow.
So I can't wait to go back.
I bet.
Someone commented, Fishy.
Do what?
Fishy just commented.
Oh, yeah, he said in Labadee, they hassle you some, and in Cozumel, they are as well, pulling you in. A few years ago, I remember. You're right. In Labadee, Haiti, if you go into the shopping area, that's where they get you. If you just stay away from there, you're fine. But there's like a bunch of shops, and if you just walk through there, every one of them guys are standing out by the street. They like the guys that run the shops are in the shops, and they have a guy standing out in the street going, come look at what we got. Come look at what we got. Come here. Come here. And they'll start talking to your kids. Come here, kids. Come here, kids. I got something you want to see. Or putting, a hat on your kids. Look, check out how good your kid looks in this hat. Now you got to get it for him. He wants it. And they're really, they won't take no for an answer. You got to tell them no 15 times. No, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. And it can be a pain in the butt.
It's pretty much when we got off the Disney Dream Cruise in the Bahamas, they were like that with us. There was a certain bit, we come out like the port, we did it right. I think it was Harley Davidson restaurants, and we walked down. It was like a little marketplace, and it was similar there. All the women was on the front, and they were all like, "Come in, look at this," and you're like, "No, I'm not interested." And it was like 20 times later, "Listen, I'm not interested."
Yep.
And so we're kind of similar to that, really.
Yeah, my little brother said he walked through the shops, and I wasn't with him at the time. He came back and told me this, and he said behind the shops, it's actually on the edge of the forest, of the woods. So you got the beach, and then you got the woods, and the shops are along the edge. And I guess one of the guys were like, come look at what I got. And my brother's like, I'm not really interested in anything of, he had trinkets and stuff. I'm not really interested in none of that. He was looking for something. I don't remember what it was, but he wasn't looking for whatever they had to offer. And they said, well, come back into the woods. We got more shops back here in the woods, and try to take him. He said there wasn't even a trail. They wanted to go in between some trees and go into the thick woods. And it was telling him there's a shop up there. And he's like, I couldn't see no shop up there, nothing. I'm like, you got to be kidding if you think I'm going up in there. And I told him it might have been a good time up there. I'd have went. If I'd have brought some friends and a camera, like, let's see what this is about. No, I'd have been a little nervous too.
We had a bit of fun over in Spain over the last couple of days. Pretty much I was flying my drone and police showing up. The bomb was. So I had to kind of bring that in pretty quick. So
wow.
Certain footage I've had to cut out.
Wow.
It was only over the ocean, but they didn't I didn't realize of where I was pretty much standing. So I didn't realize I did, but I didn't realize the clientele who lived in them houses. And I only found out on the last day that it was Calvin Harris's house.
Wow.
And I'm setting my drone up probably about 200 feet away from his house, not realizing. So,
and if they would have caught you and found out you were a DJ, they'd be like, this guy's a stalker. This guy is for sure a stalker. Yeah. Want to be Calvin Harris.
Yeah, well, we found out very much. I put a picture up, and the reception guy said, you know this DJ? And I was like, no, you're on about, blah, blah. Anyways, this DJ, Calvin Harris. And I said, big Calvin Harris? And I was like, big DJ? And he's like, yeah. And he said, he owns that. He said he plays the police off so he can play loud music. And I was like, wow. I had to drone there the other day. So,
wow.
Yeah, so we had fun. Carol kind of didn't come out most days, so I kind of got up early in the morning and just did what I had to do. I did a live stream. I tried that out while I was over in Spain on YouTube. And the first one I've ever done, which I was pretty confident with it. I'm going to try a few more else.
Nice.
I've been meaning to do them for a while, but I just thought when we was over in Santa Ponce, I thought, let's do it. Let's see how it all works. Pretty easy, pretty simple, isn't it?
Wow,
live on YouTube.
Yeah. I did see, I got a message from YouTube the other day because they're having the VidCon going on right now, I guess, or maybe in the last week or something. But they introducing their new features, and they said the new live streaming thing works on Android now, apparently, and you only have to have 100 subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's what they said.
Pretty cool. Yep. I was going to say, so I've got a new Apple 7 Plus. So we're on that. But I had a bit of problems trying to do it through the DJI Go app. It was asking for something else a while ago. So that's why I've kind of never done it. And then the other day I was on the Osmo. And I said to Carl, right, let's try it. I said, see how easy it actually is. But it's pretty straightforward, isn't it, to go live on?
I bet it looks great on the Osmo, too.
Yeah, it did. It was people kept asking me. I kept going live on one or two of the Spain groups, so when I was walking with it, and everyone kept saying like what we're filming on, it was like my mobile phone, not realizing it was connected to the Osmo.
Yeah.
So it looked pretty cool. So I've got a video to put up yet for the review of the hotel that I've done, which was up 175 stairs.
Wow.
We kind of walked it. We kind of walked it most nights. We won't be stopping in that hotel again.
Wow. I'm not in shape enough to make it. So Eagle VP Keith is here. It says, hey, everyone. Saying hi to everyone. The 2-star says the Eagle has landed. That's right. Welcome, Keith. Missed you, buddy.
So Keith was out, I think, doing a couple of live videos yesterday, wasn't it? Was he with
I didn't see it. I must have missed it.
Yeah. I think he said he did a couple of live streams.
Wow, I missed it.
So he was out on the boat.
It's been a crazy roller coaster ride, I'll tell you. Since we had the cruise and we're all excited, we get back. I get sick immediately. Yesterday was my youngest daughter's birthday, so we had that going on, and we're planning a party this weekend. But day before yesterday, my grandmother passed away.
Yeah, I've seen that on Facebook. Sorry to hear that, by the way. So we knew
it was coming. She stopped taking her dialysis, and she'd been sick for years. And so we knew it was coming, especially in the last couple of weeks where, you know, she had stopped her dialysis and the doctor said this, she will die in 10 to, I think it said 10 to 14 days, and she went a little longer than that. But we knew, we were prepared for it. And, you know, I'm real close to my grandma. Grew up really close to her. She'd keep me in the summer times and stuff like that. I love my grandma so much, but you know, it's easier when you're prepared for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's still not easy though, is it? Even when you.
No, it's not. But she was in so much pain that I'm happy for her that she's not dealing with that anymore.
Yeah.
She did it for so long, and I always felt so bad for all the crap she went through and how she was just stuck in that bed for years. She didn't really have much of a life, and so.
It's pretty much, that's Carol's nan. She's in a care home just across the way from us. She's just been moved to this care home. And since her husband, obviously Carol's granddad, passed away 4 or 5 years ago, she kind of took turn for the worse, and she doesn't get out of bed. She doesn't do anything. And at times, you think, what the hell?
Right.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? So Carol's going through the same thing. We have our low days with her, and then we go around, and next day she's there and she's better again, and a couple of days later she's down. So I know how you feel, and I know what it's like. It's hard, isn't it?
Sorry, man. I've got this knot in my throat now. I'm talking too long, and I've got this cold. So Leanne says, sorry to hear that, Matt. Lucas Thornton's here. Said he lost his grandma about 3 months ago. Says it's tough. It's real tough. It is. If you're close to your grandparents, I know that's a lot. I mean, I know it's got to be a lot different to lose a parent. I've never lost a parent. I've been lucky. I got both of my parents here. But I'd say losing a grandparent's got to be pretty close. You know what I mean? If you're close to them.
Matt, I've lost, as you probably know, I've lost my mum when I was 8. And I've lost both my grandparents. And I just know what I mean. So it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's got to be hard though, man. 8 years old.
My nan was pretty much my mum when I was growing up. She kind of replaced my mum. So, yeah, you get close. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah.
So it is hard, man. So, well, I don't know if you've seen it, Matt, but let me just see if I can get up. This one. See if I can sit up properly.
I think you posted a picture. Is this a picture of your mom?
Yeah,
dude, that
my
is so
mum was
detailed.
17.
I love it, man. It looks so good. Very detailed.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. So I got that for my mum's anniversary last year. So it means, you know what I mean, people deal with different ways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's I said it's 19 years for me without my mum. So you get close to you say your grandparents and stuff, and things happen. It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, it's family to your loved ones at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is anyone else commenting? No one else commenting. Oh, it's Keith. Keith said he's been out with Simon this morning from Wild.
Very cool.
For it, yeah.
So I know I've got a lot of YouTube to catch up on, all you guys' videos and things. And I'm sorry if you haven't seen a comment from me in a while. I've just been sick and trying to get back into normal. Because my grandma, we knew she didn't have long. As soon as I got home Sunday night, and then Monday, I went straight out. She was living in a home, like a senior care home near my dad, and they're about hour 45 minutes away from me, almost 2 hours. Not too bad. So I drove out there Monday and spent some time with her and stuff, and got to see her and stuff. And then, like I said, next day, well, it's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday she passed.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do, man. You know what I mean? We're all thinking about you, Matt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Haley's just popped in. Hey, everyone. I think I've come in on a sad moment. Sorry to hear that, Matt.
Sorry, Haley. We're all good. I was just filling everybody in on the breaking news. I got so much going on. But like I did mention, yesterday was my youngest daughter's birthday, and I think we're going to have a party for her. We plan on Saturday. We got the funeral now on Saturday. So Sunday, I think we're going to go to a local place that's got go-karts and stuff. I'm going to take my cameras. I filmed there before, but It's a really cool place, and they're always adding new stuff, arcades and games and all that stuff. So I should have a fun video from there. I love their go-karts. They've actually got 4 different go-kart tracks. So they've got a real slow one for the little kids. The little bitty ones can ride these. Then they've got a little bit bigger one that you've got to be a certain height, but you can ride as a passenger if somebody tall enough is driving. And then it's similar in an outdoor track. And then they've got a second outdoor track that you've got to be 16, I think it is, to drive. And it's like a slick track. You slide all around and stuff. Pretty neat.
Is it like a fun spot?
A what?
Is it like the fun spot amusement park? Is it like one of them?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds like it. It's like a family fun center.
Yeah, well, Fun Spot is over in Kissimmee, in Florida. And I think they have 2 or 3. One's in Kissimmee. I think one's by Universal. The one in Kissimmee, they have, I think, about 3 go-kart tracks. One's got like big hills and twirls. Like if you're over 16, you can go on that one. If you're under, you got to go on the slower one, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I went on to it a couple of years ago.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
So Keith says, "Yep, had a great meetup." Fishy says one of the biggest ships has the go-karts on top, maybe Norwegian coming out soon. There actually is a Royal Caribbean ship that has a big sports area, like a soccer field, basketball court thing that they convert into bumper cars, similar kind of thing. Lucas Thornton says, "What's up with North Korea? Why would anybody go there? Would you go visit there, Ian?"
No.
No way in hell.
Well.
I know there's not a lot of pictures and videos coming out of there, but from what I have seen, it doesn't look that great anyway. I don't think there's much to see.
What's happened with your drone, Matt? Have I missed something? Because someone just put saying what you're going to do about the drone. I love the drone videos.
Yeah,
Your drone?
I talked about it in today's vlog. So basically what happened is the airport threw my bag all around, destroyed my drone. Taking it down.
Really?
Yeah. So here's the straps that are supposed to be attached to my bag. You know, it's like a backpack. They go up here. They're totally ripped off where they grabbed it by the straps. And so the drone's inside, and the gimbal has been jogged so much it won't even stabilize anymore. I got it out in Jamaica to fly, and it couldn't fly. It won't work. It's done.
Wow. Right. So was that his hand luggage, or did you have that in your big suitcase?
No, it was just like this. So I checked it in like this. And so everybody else has got these big giant suitcases that are heavy. And so the airport baggage handlers, they're just throwing these heavy bags. They don't care. They're just throwing everybody's stuff. And then they probably assumed my bag would be heavy, and they just launched it. And so my brothers are actually watching out the window of the plane as they went. And they're like, "Oh my God, there goes your drone, dude." And I'm like, "Oh man, I couldn't see it from where I was sitting," but they're telling me that, yeah, they just abused the crap out of my drone bag.
Well, I sort of say, as you know, I took my drone over. I've got the same kind of bag. Let me just. But I take it on the plane with me.
Oh, do you? And I could have done that, but I already had a carry-on, and so with the whole family, we all had carry-ons full of stuff, and I should have done that because I knew it was a possibility. Going into it, I knew this is a chance that the airport could either lose it, you know, or destroy it, and that's what happened. But we had travel insurance, so I'm claiming it on that, and we're hoping it all works out. If they just cut me a check for what it's worth, I may put that towards an upgrade and get a better drone. So we'll see.
Yes, as well. I use the P3P, and so the Phantom 3 Professional. So I love that drone, man. But we were on about this today that either getting the Maverick or seeing what this new Spark brings out, see if they change things up with that. Something a bit smaller to do the traveling with.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Maveric's obviously a lot smaller. But then that new DJI Spark, you only get 16 minutes flying time with it, but do we really need any more? You know what I mean?
I guess it just depends on what you're doing. I know I would need more because I carry like 4 batteries, and I'll use them all up if I'm doing jobs. You know what I mean?
I struggle to use one.
Right.
I kind of like, I have 2, and they kind of like, when I send it up, I kind of get everything in that one. Another thing, what do we do now with the second one?
So Haley says, "What's a good starter drone, guys? Any suggestions?" And then Lucas said, "I'm thinking about the new Spark." And I would say the Spark, Haley. If you're talking about for you, and you want to use it to just mix in some different footage for your vlogs and things, try the Spark or look at it, at least look into it. I think it's perfect for vloggers who's not doing, you know, if you're not out, you know, mountain hiking and wanting to film this giant mountain or, you know, whatever, where you need to go real far away or you need to have 20 minutes, 25 minutes of flying time and all that stuff. Plus the Spark, all the cool things it can do with your hand motions and take pictures and all that stuff. It looks pretty neat. It looks perfect for vloggers. Easy to carry around because it's so small.
I'll pretty much, Haley, I've got the Phantom 3 Professional as my first drone. I would go with either, like I said, like Matt, the Spark or the DJI Maverick. Both small and nice, no bit of kit. The Spark does look pretty cool, the hand movement. That kind of did sell it for me, Matt. I kind of like that. Yeah. It's hovering on your hand. That was pretty cool. Yeah. That kind of sold it for me.
I think it's neat. I don't think I'm going to get one. I want to get a more professional video quality, and I want to get back into doing jobs with it and get my Part 301 or whatever, my new license thing they do here now. Commercial drone license to get that done. And so I'm looking at the Phantom 4 Pro. I think the video quality is amazing on that thing.
Well, my dad has the Phantom 4. He got it about 4 weeks after I got mine. And his quality is absolutely amazing. Some of the pictures, you can see like the color and stuff on it. People say there's not a lot of difference in them cameras from mine to his. We see the difference. We do see the difference at times. Me and my dad can be sat there hovering next to each other and kind of get the same shot. And his at times can be a lot more sharper, a lot more detail in it. But sometimes I've set mine up and we've kind of been in the same kind of place, but I've had filters on mine and mine's been a little bit sharper.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the Phantom 4 Pro because it came out quite a bit after the Phantom 4 had been out for a while. And it says they say it's got an upgraded sensor, a bigger sensor on it, upgraded camera. I don't remember all the specs, but I remember looking at it and going, wow, it does look great. And plus, you know, you've got the extended range, which I know all the 4s do. So I know your dad's got that. And it can float. Was it like 70 miles an hour if you want it to or something crazy?
Yeah, well, my dad showed me, put it into sport mode, and it was like, wow, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It does not.
Faster than I want to go.
Yeah. It will literally put it into sport mode and he went, listen, lad, look at this. And he put it in sports mode and it was gone. It was like, wow. It was like Formula 1 car. It was gone. It was pretty cool, man.
I bet.
Fishy comments. Mavic is the way to go after you get the controls for the Spark. You are near the Mavic's price. Yeah, you are, man. You are.
Yeah, but, you know, and most people are thinking that way. I'm thinking that way. You know, I'd rather go with the Mavic than spend the money for the Spark if it's all going to end up being pretty much the same. Hey, there's Luke.
What's up, man?
What's up? Hey, I'm getting ready to end this soon, so.
Yeah, you started talking about drones. I want to tell you something.
You want to tell us something?
Yeah. They talk about the Phantom 4.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got the 4, and I was thinking about the Phantom 4 Pro. The difference pretty much in between those two drones is, you know, you probably seen it yourself, like the obstacle avoidance on the back side of the drone, and also you have a bigger sensor, which a higher quality sensor on the Phantom 4 Pro. But I've done several, I've watched several comparisons and stuff, and dude, honest to God, the Phantom 4 Pro is, of course, the better drone. But I just don't know if it's actually. I think it's. I don't know if it's worth the jump. You know what I'm saying? From going from the 4 to the Pro. What do you think?
I don't know. I'll have to do more research. I didn't really think about this until I just realized I was going to maybe get money for my drone being broken by the airport. So I got to do a lot more research. I just remember seeing it when it first came out and being pretty impressed with it, but I haven't compared them at all.
We might have to make you a deal and just if you get a little bit of money together, I might just sell you mine.
Well, Matt, normally about September time, they usually bring a new one out. So are they going to bring a new drone out in September before Christmas? It might be worth waiting, man.
Yeah, they're going to have a new one, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be a long summer if I can't fly.
You better be able to fly, brother. Anyways, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. You need to fly that thing, man. Get that thing. You saw Michael Kincaid's videos about his Mavic and also his little Spark.
He's got the Spark?
Yeah, he's got the Spark. He actually got it, I believe, while you were on vacation. And he's done a couple videos. And, dude, that guy's hilarious, man. Like, he nearly, like, wrecked himself one time.
I believe it. I love Michael.
Did you see that? He's like, it's Michael Kincaid here with the DJI Spark. We're gonna fly it. We're gonna put it in sport mode. He throws the thing in sport mode, and that little thing's like a pissed off bumblebee, right? And like he gets over at Lake Chamaga Waga Waga, whatever it's called, and like he goes really far out. And like every time he puts it in sport mode, the camera, he gets real pissed off. You can hear it in his voice. It's so funny. And he goes, yeah, camera sucks. Camera sucks in sport mode. Oh my God. But like it's when he's in sport mode, it looks like it's going 60 miles an hour, I swear. And it's like this big. It's like the size of an iPhone 5S. It's so little.
I believe it.
You need to get one.
And that's another thing about the Spark I don't really like is it's only got a 2-axis gimbal on there. So there's going to be some moves
Exactly.
you're not going to be able to get smooth. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you need to go with the 4 Pro, man. I'm telling you, like I've been checking out that thing's fine legs for a little while, to be honest with you, and she looks good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Droning.
But he's right. I may want to wait. Wait to see what they bring out this year.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It's kind of been out too long. It's kind of like if you're looking at cameras and stuff, and somebody was telling me to, I was thinking about making a switch to some mirrorless format cameras and stuff when I do photography. And like if you know the Sony A7R2, it was released in 2015. Like it's getting close to 2018. Sony just released the A9, which is a very fast, high quality camera, but it doesn't match in comparison to like the A7R2. So like, why would you want to get a camera that's still $3,000+ that's like 3 years old when you can go, like you're saying, like wait, something's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting back and watching. I'll hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as you guys
like those
aerial videos, I'll get my fix. I'll watch your guys' stuff. I can film from the ground for a little bit. I just love to fly. More than I love to film, and I love to fly. I don't care about filming when I'm flying. I'm having fun. You know what I mean? It's a whole different kind of fun when you're out there just controlling a bird.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What's fun is when you fly and you see birds and you get this like 8-year-old mentality, which I basically have the mentality of a 6-year-old, and you're in sport mode or whatever, and you're like with your parents and they're like, no, you won't. I'm like, yes, I will. And like you attack a hawk, that's like 300 feet above you.
Wow. You're nuts.
That was fun. I didn't hit it though, but I came so close. Like my dad, wow, it's fun to watch him get upset when I'm flying. What is the Phantom 4 is like $1,000, I guess it was, or $1,012, whatever. But he's like, oh my God, you're gonna crash it, and it's pretty cool to watch his face.
Yeah, I thought you were joking when you said your parents because you had that 6-year-old mentality, but no, they still supervise your flying.
Pretty much all the time. I'm not allowed to fly it. I actually live about an hour and a half away from my father, so I can't fly it until they drive an hour and a half up here and watch me and hold my hand.
That's hilarious.
But anyway, dude, I'm thinking about getting into more video and getting out of photography. I'm getting sick of it. No joke. I'm sick of it.
Sick of photography?
I'm very sick of it.
Don't become my competitor, dude.
Huh?
Don't become my competitor. You're stepping into my zone too much.
Dude, I'm so freaking tired of it. We're shooting 25 weddings this year. I'm burnt out. Like I have nothing left. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only go so long.
I know, man. I'm just messing with you.
Oh my God.
Lucas, is that what you
Video's a lot more fun if you ask me.
I'm enjoying it. I got that GH5.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, let me show it to you if you don't mind me showing it. Dude, look, it sits on my shelf right here next to my Starship Enterprise. It's great. Here's Kirk, by the way. Yeah. And I don't ever use it. I mean, like it just sits. I got the Rode mic and stuff, and I got everything, and and I got the native lens, which is it's the Leica lens and stuff, and I love it, but I don't ever use it. Because I'm always freaking photography.
Yeah. By the way, Leanne says, "Oh, Mrs. Matt."
Yeah.
Mrs. Matt's here. Keith says, "I thought your father was helping you." And then, okay, he's talking to Drone Encounters. He said he did. I guess Drone Encounters put on a range extender and it messed his drone up, made it worse. Only gets 30 meters now. I know.
You need to figure that out.
But Matt, I'm sure there was something on the update though of the app where he said if you didn't update and log back into your account for DJI, that he was going to limit it until you log back in. I'm sure it was either 30 meters or 50 meters. But he reckons it's a loose connection, he was saying. So I'm not too sure.
Keith says, "Sounds like you need to get yourself a Mavic." I do like the Mavic.
Yeah, I do.
Sure.
It's Nixie.
What are you doing?
Picking up the cooler.
Bringing my jacket. I wish I knew this coming. That's all right. My bro's just pulling up, or his wife, one or the other. But I got to get off here, guys. I said I was going to end this at 6, and we ran a little late. It's no big deal, but I got to get some editing done, and I got to get some sleep, and hopefully get rid of this cold. But I appreciate everybody joining in. Thanks, Lucas. I appreciate you chiming in and helping us think about Phantom 4, Phantom 4 Pro. Yeah. And Ian, always fun to talk to you, buddy. I really appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, Keith, Matt, all you guys. Haley, 2-star, thanks so much. Leanne, everybody joining in, appreciate it. We'll see you guys all next time.
As always, Matt, look after yourself, man. Take care, buddy.
I will, Ian. Thank you.
Take care, man. Look after yourself.
All right. Talk to you later, buddy.